And we are live. What's up? What's up, Adrian? How
Hey,
are
what's up? How you doing?
you? What's
I'm
up,
good.
Facebookies, YouTubers, and Twitter fingers? What's up? What's up? We are live, baby. Welcome to the Hootie Who's finest talk show. Come on, Adrian, give us your love.
That was a one-time thing, but and we got to do it again. Let's do it. You know,
You know
we
I'm gonna
got to
try to
do it
get you
again.
to
Let's
do it
do
every time we come live because that just caught me off
it.
surprise when you first did it. I was like, okay, Adrian, I gotta get you on the dance floor. Gotta see them
Yeah.
moves.
Oh yeah, I get my boogie on, man. You know,
How's it been going out there?
everything's been going pretty good. I have no major complaints. You know, I got plans for myself. Come probably, about the end of next year, and being out here in San Francisco has been a great help, and I'm just waiting to get to the next stage, of my progress since my release from prison.
Is something going on with your mic? I'm hearing feedback. Do you hear it?
That could be me. Um, my
It's
coffee
like
pot is
static.
going, so I didn't know it was that loud. You can hear my coffee
Oh,
pot.
it sounds like
The microphone
static.
is very sensitive.
It's probably the it sounds like static though. Is it
Okay,
your phone?
that should come. It should be through by now.
Oh wait, let me see if it was that. Hold
What
on.
about now? It wasn't that loud, but never know.
It's still staticky.
It's still staticky. Well, it could be another issue.
Hold on.
My microphone. I don't see anything that could be in the way of my microphone. How bad is it?
That's better. What you just do? Leave it like that. I don't hear it anymore.
Well, yeah, I moved my Wi-Fi from one side of the keyboard to the other side, so maybe
That's what it
it
was.
was
It
interfering
probably
with
was.
my commentary.
Yeah. Well, welcome. No technical difficulties, but we are back. We are in action, man. I wanted to announce to all of our viewers because I had some people hitting me up like, "What's up, y'all going live this week?" Because we didn't go live next week, so I wanted to just
Last week.
yeah, last week. We didn't go live last week because of me. I needed to get prepped and prepared for Thanksgiving and cook that Thanksgiving meal. So I wanted to give Adrian
Wow.
the day off as well because it was the holiday, man. We needed a day off. But also, I wanted to
Yeah.
announce
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays, Adrian. Well, I hit you already told you.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
you did. Thank you. I
I also
got you.
want to announce to everybody that we're going to be changing dates. We're going to be changing days. We're now going to go live every Wednesday, 5 o'clock Central. I mean Pacific Standard Time, West Coast 5 o'clock, Midwest 7 o'clock. So, and you guys know how to calculate the East Coast. I always get confused with the East Coast from this. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to be going live every Wednesday now. We had to rearrange the date, but it worked out better. A good date, being a good date for both of us, basically. So we'll be live every Wednesday. Hootie Who's Finest Talk Show go live every Wednesday, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we'll see y'all every Wednesday. So what's up, Adrian? How's the weather out there in San Francisco?
Well, it's been pretty cold out here. About the last week, it's been getting about in like 41 degrees at the low,
I believe it.
about 52 degrees at the high. So it's get cold. Winter is setting in and coming on, and yeah, it's going to be a pretty cold one.
Yes, yes,
Oh, you
yes.
like that? You like that?
I love winter. I love having it cold. I love snuggling up to keep warm. I love the summer for the outdoor fun, but I don't love the heat. I'm a winter type of person. But out here it's
Yeah.
been pretty cold and I'm excited about it. We got some snow a couple of days ago. Didn't get too snowed in. We was out and about in it, but it we got a pretty large amount. And then this Friday, we're gonna get some rain and slow. So that's gonna be kind of interesting, especially for me because Cedric the Entertainer, DL Hughley, they are in concert out here in KC this Friday. And guess what? I got
Wow.
tickets.
Okay, you got tickets. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm
Enjoy,
going to
man.
see the
Enjoy.
Kangs. I'm going to see the Kangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. But so yeah, the weather is getting pretty cold out here too. It's gonna be snowing this weekend. It's gonna be snowing. It's gonna be cold out here.
Yeah.
So if y'all in KC, bundle up, especially if y'all going to the concert, because it's usually when it's snow and rain and it turns into ice, it could get a little dangerous. So you got to really know what you're doing when you're driving in that stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, I can imagine like how many times throughout the winter do you guys get like snowed in where it's so much snow you can't even go outside?
I a lot, a lot, and it
That
is
happens a lot.
yeah, and it especially picks up during January and March. During that period, a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
Usually it starts in October, but we didn't really get any snow in October, so hopefully it's not that bad this year. But yeah,
Yeah.
get a lot. But anyway, let's move it along. What we got now, Adrian, is some NFL talk, right? We missed
Right.
last
Yeah.
week,
We missed last week with our picks.
but I
So
I still calculated. Don't trip, potato chip.
okay, I think I'm good. I'm not tripping at all, as long as I'm winning.
Well, let's put a comma right there, not a period, because you
What? Okay.
did.
I
let's
didn't. Oh,
let's
well, I
start
mean,
there.
I'm still leading though, right? I'm leading. You know, or
Well,
you
let's
ahead of me
get
now?
to the nit gritty of the thing, Adrian. That's what we can do.
Let's do that.
So we started our picks in week 10, and you did win that week. I gotta give that to you. It was 9-7. You beat me
Let me
without.
turn off this hot pot, this coffee
Okay.
pot. Let me see.
So
Oh, did I pick the wrong? Push the wrong thing?
you're still on here, but you're
Push the
going
wrong
in
thing.
and out a little bit.
Can you still hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I pushed the wrong thing.
Now I can't see you.
Okay, just want to turn this pot off real quick.
Okay, go ahead. So in week 10, we started our picks. You won 9-7. Week 11, we did our
Okay.
picks, but we didn't come back in week 12 for the winners. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the winners for week 11 picks. All right, let's go on and knock
Okay.
that out. So week 11 picks, we had Baltimore Ravens against the Bengals, and they was at the Ravens. We both picked Baltimore. We both won 34-20. The next one was the Steelers against at the Cleveland Browns. We both
Oh, we
picked
lost.
Cleveland. The Steelers.
Oh, and the Steelers won.
Nope, Cleveland won 13 to
Oh,
10.
Cleveland won. Okay. Okay.
Next one was Chicago Bears at Detroit Lions. We both picked Detroit and we both won 31-26. Next one
Okay.
was Los Angeles Chargers at Green Bay Packers. You went with our home, LA. I went with Green Bay. Green Bay won
Oh.
23-20.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
I
So
lost.
the next one we had Las Vegas Raiders against Miami Dolphins. You went with
The
LV.
Raiders.
I went
Yeah.
with Miami and I won 20-13.
Oh, you caught up right there.
Uh-huh.
So
So the
so far
next
so good.
so the
Yeah.
next the next one we got New York Giants against Washington Commanders. We both went with Washington and we both lost. The Giants whooped on them 31-19. So we both lost.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is Dallas Cowboys against Carolina Panthers. We both went with Dallas and we both won.
Yeah.
Next was Tennessee Titans against the Jaguars. We both went with Jacksonville and we both won. All
Both
right, the
won.
next one it got a little tricky. AZ Cardinals against Houston Texans. You went with AZ because Murray is back.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
I went with the Texans and I won because Houston beat them 21-16. The
Okay.
next one is Tampa Bay against 49ers. We both went with the winning team, of course, SF, and we both won. The next one was
Okay.
the Jets at Buffalo Bills. We both went with Buffalo and we both won. They whooped on the Jets. Got a little tricky with this one. Seattle at LA Rams. You went with the Rams. I went with the Seahawks. You won.
Okay. That put me back in the lead.
No.
Oh, Todd is back up. Todd is up again.
Yeah, kind of did that. But okay, I see where we lost track. Tied us up again. So next one is Minnesota Vikings and the Broncos. We both went with Minnesota and we both lost.
Yeah.
That's 21-20. Broncos came. All right, so here's where the winning chopper went. Monday
Okay.
night, Philadelphia Eagles against Kansas City.
Kansas. Oh yeah, Kansas City. Yeah.
You went with your
And
nephew team.
and I went with my nephew team, the Eagles. They won. So did. So I'm back in the league. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Meat's back on the menu.
you know how that goes. Hold on, let me count this up. This don't look right, Adrian.
Oh, count it while you doing them push-ups for me.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I missed 1, 2, 3, 4. So how did you win?
Well, I'm up one game right now. I'm up that last game, the KC game.
No,
But that
you
ties up again.
all the ones you missed was the Chargers, which is 1, the
Yeah.
Vegas Raiders 2, Washington Commanders 3, Arizona you lost 4, Minnesota 5, right? The
Oh,
ones
I'm saying in totality from this,
no, we
week
going weekly.
week by week.
Yeah, and then we calculate who won the most weeks at the end.
We can
Yeah,
start doing that now.
gotta keep it weekly. So you won week 10 and I won week 11. Just remember that. I'll send you the sheet. So let's move
Okay.
on because we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Let's
Let's
get
move
it.
on. We're gonna skip week 12 because it was the holiday. Let's go to week 13 and do our picks. We're gonna do them together because I haven't done mine yet. All
Okay.
right. So Thursday, which is tomorrow, my son's birthday. He's turning 31. My oldest son that just had the baby. Happy
Wow.
birthday, Frankie. 31 years
Yeah.
old. Can you believe I have a 31-year-old? Look at me.
31.
Listen,
Wow.
Adrian, I'm a grown woman.
Man. I
For
mean,
real.
it's a beautiful thing though. It's a beautiful thing, man. The evolution of life.
Yeah, because you got a 31-year-old.
Yeah.
92 babies. All right, let's get started. NFL Week 13, Thursday night. Seattle Seahawks is going to be entertaining playing Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. Who you got, Adrian? Let's get with the business.
That's gonna be a tough one.
That is.
The Dallas, Dallas, they've been playing good, but they haven't had a real challenge. Seattle is gonna be a little challenge for them. I'm gonna still go with the home team. I'm gonna go with Dallas on that.
Okay. Hold on. I got the wrong keyboard. Let me get this one. All right. All right, Dallas.
Yeah, I got Dallas.
I'm gonna go with the come on, back up.
The
I'm gonna go
Seahawks.
with the Seahawks. Yeah, because
Wow.
I don't think the Seahawks is gonna I think they're gonna beat Dallas. They're trying to get that number one seed back from us, and yeah, I don't think it's not gonna be easy to get it back from us, but Dallas is an easy team for them to beat. I think. Just
Mm.
my opinion. Let's move it along to Sunday. We got the Colts entertaining Tennessee Titans at Titans.
The Colts at the Titans. I'm
I'm
not
taking
familiar
the
with neither one of these teams that much. I'm gonna go with the home team. Just that's my default. If I don't know too much, I'm gonna go with the home team. So I'm going with Tennessee.
All right, I'm taking the Colts on that one. The Colts been playing good. You sleeping on them?
Yeah. You know more than me at this point. Yeah. So can I change my pick?
No.
Wait. Oh, so you got control of the button, so you can control. You can
you
change your picks.
getting
I got
you
Tennessee. That's my default. The home team. I got Tennessee.
that's your pick, the home team.
I
All
got
right,
that. Yeah.
let's go with LA Chargers and New England Patriots. Who you
Oh.
That's a hard one for me too.
Whew. New England, it's like they play good one game. You never know when they're gonna turn it on. I'm gonna have to go
Yeah,
with the Chargers on that game.
yeah, me too. I don't
Yeah.
like Belichick, and I ain't gonna even act like I do. Anyway, Detroit Lions and New Orleans, the Saints.
Detroit Lions. Okay. In New Orleans. I know New Orleans trying to get it together. Um, but going up
Or
against Detroit, they're prime. They're ready for that next step to get to the playoffs. And if they got to go through New Orleans, so be it. So I got Detroit on that one.
yeah, I don't think New Orleans is ready for them Lions. Them
Yeah,
Lions is hungry. They ain't
yeah,
been there.
they playing another game. Yeah, they playing another level at this point.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
hungry, and they a team that everybody got to watch out for.
yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
I do
let's
believe
go.
that.
Atlanta Falcons is at New York Jets.
The
ATL is
Falcons.
5-6. The Jets is 4-7. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the home team.
The Jets?
Yeah. What? I thought they were playing in Atlanta.
No, Atlanta is at the New York Jets.
I'm gonna go with the home team.
New York Jets.
Yeah, I know they got Atlanta got a better record than them, but that's my default. If I don't know any too much, go with the home team.
They say old boy is coming back. I guess they must have told him they're gonna snatch some of that money from him.
Oh yeah, I saw him hopping around the field, playing like he's practicing and stretching and everything. But to come back in the season after that type of injury, I don't think it's advisable. I don't think he's going to do it. I think they plan to the media and things like that, but I
Trying
don't
to
think
get
he's
them
coming
tickets
back.
boosted. Trying to get them tickets back boosted.
Yeah, and some type of chatter or something for them to talk about and for people to think about. But yeah, to generate some type of money.
Yeah. All right, let's move it
Long term
along.
plan.
We got AZ Cardinals will be at Pittsburgh Steelers. I know who I got with this one. Pittsburgh all the way.
What are both of their records?
AZ is 2-10. Pittsburgh is 7-4.
Yeah.
And they
Wow,
playing in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's not a bad record. They've had some key losses, but that's not a bad record. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on that one too.
All right, let's go. Miami Dolphins will be at Washington Commanders.
Wow, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with the Dolphins on that. Yeah, they have a solid team. They've had some mishaps this season, but I know that they do have a solid defense and a solid offense. You know.
Well, I'm definitely going with Miami on this. I love Bieniemy, which is Washington's offensive coach, but I do know Washington don't have enough weapons to stop the Dolphins offense. So I'm going with the Dolphins. I'm going with Miami. Let's go. Broncos will be in the Big T with Texans, Houston Texans. You got Denver Broncos, Houston Texans. Denver, both of them is 6-5.
Yeah, it's just woo. You know, Denver got that defense, and I like Russell Wilson. I'm gonna go with my sentimental pick on this and go with the black quarterback. You know,
Me too.
With Russell Wilson this time anyway.
I'm going with Russell
because I think Washington got a black quarterback too.
Yeah, but Russell is stepping this game up. I'm happy about that. Because I had
last year it was
gone fishing.
Yeah, he was just so bad last year. I thought he would retire, you know.
Me too. But you know, he doing his thing. So hopefully, you know, we get a little action from him. On to the next. Carolina Panthers will be at Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I got Tampa Bay on that.
Yeah, Tampa Bay, I think
that's a quick pick, but I got Tampa Bay on that.
Panthers is 1-10. Yeah, Tampa Bay is 4. They're not too good, but they might try to do something because they're trying to be a wild card. Anyway, Cleveland Browns will be in LA hosting the Rams. Well, the Rams will be hosting Cleveland in LA.
Well, I know that the key linebacker for the Bengals is out. Gary, I think he's out.
That's the Browns.
Oh, Cleveland Brown. Oh, yeah. Well, Cleveland Brown. I'm still talking about Garrett, right? So I think he's out. So I'm gonna go with LA on this. I'm gonna go with LA.
I'm gonna still go with Cleveland because you know, Browns is in my division. I don't like them. Anyway, this is gonna be the highlight of the week. A championship game. Basically, it's not a championship real game, but it's like one. The 49ers will be in Philadelphia playing the Eagles next Sunday. Who do you got?
Yeah, it's going down. I mean, that's the game of the year right now to me.
Me too.
Those are two high contenders. You know, along with a couple other teams, but they're right up there. I think if Philadelphia can get past San Francisco this week, they may be ready to for the Super Bowl. I'm going to go with drum roll. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get some sound effects and stuff.
Let me hear it. All this chitter chatter. Let me hear it. I know what you're doing.
I got Philadelphia.
Well,
I got Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Put your chin up and your chest out.
You know what I mean? You already know. That's what I'm rolling with. You know what I'm saying? I love Frisco. Love everybody. Everybody I know is a Frisco fan, but you know, from what you know. But anyway, I'm going my nephew's team. I'm going.
Yeah, I already typed it in because I knew you was gonna take that walk. Anyway, next Sunday night. Kansas City Chiefs will be in Green Bay playing them Packers. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with KC. Hopefully they don't come in lackadaisical. They beat teams so like handedly. I think that sometimes they get complacent,
Yeah,
and they'll just come in just pass the time. But nah, maybe this week they'll pick it back up because they've been falling short.
yeah,
So I still got KC. They're still a very good team,
they offense got to step
in a
get
contender.
connected, get connected. Anyway, we got Monday night. Let's move it along. We got Cincinnati Bengals against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is kind of a
I got
hard one.
Jacksonville on this one.
I think I do too, because what's his name is out. Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Anyway, our picks is in, Adrian, for next week. I will be
Okay.
sending them off to you. Good luck with your
All right.
picks.
I
Adrian.
need that.
We got some the same. We got some different. We're gonna see who gonna win this upcoming week, right?
Yeah. Week by week.
All right, well, let's move it along to my thing about it is time for the Tree and Adrian letter, man. We've been getting some
Yeah.
letters, Adrian. Did you get a chance to read that letter I sent you?
Yes. Yes, I did. It's a pretty tough one. It's a pretty tough one. Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't read it.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, yeah. It's good.
I
Oh my goodness. Hold on.
I just shot it to
Yeah,
you.
it's a good one.
I didn't even have time to read it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. You know what it's about. Let's get into it. All right, dear
Yeah.
Tree and Adrian,
Yeah.
I've been separated and divorced for 2 years. Okay. A year ago, I met a man through a mutual friend. He was also going through a divorce. We started communicating, fell in love, and have been traveling back and forth between Ohio, where he works and lives, and New Jersey, where I am. That's far. He wants me to quit my job and find a new one so we can make our relationship permanent in Ohio. I'm a sales support coordinator for a broker, and I have been with the company for some time. There's no guarantee I could find a job that pays as well as this one does. He has his own business and also cares for his elderly aunt and uncle. I want to be with him, but at my age, 60, I'm hesitant to
Yeah.
start a new job. You should be. Also, I'd be leaving my adult kids behind and would miss them dearly. It's a dilemma because I want to be able to see my kids as often as we can, but I also love this man and want to share my life with him. Tree and Adrian, how do I figure this out? Signed, hard decision to make. Wow.
Yeah.
That
So I read this letter earlier, and I've been kind of thinking about it all day since I read it. It's a hell of a dilemma, right? She used the right word because it's so many different moving parts, and I'm kind of ready to dive into it.
yeah, good. Because we got to. Okay, so let's start first. She's been separated and divorced for 2 years. She met a guy. She's 60 years old. My biggest concern is they're so far apart, Ohio and New Jersey. She's been on her job for a while as working with a broker. And the biggest part is she's 60 years old. Um, this is a guy you met, hard decision to make, um, through a mutual friend. Both of y'all went through a divorce. Going through a divorce, I can imagine is very traumatic for two people to go through a divorce and Yeah, separation with that is a whole big ordeal in itself. So, met a man that you like is great. Falling in love and traveling back and forth is another good thing. But understanding you're 60 years old. So things that you did at 40 or 30 probably shouldn't be taken into consideration at 60. Traveling back and forth at 60 is a lot in itself. you know, what do you think, Adrian?
Well, I'm on the other end of this, with that because 60 to me that's still a very young age, 60 yeah, that's very young, particularly, I mean, you take care of yourself. Look at I think about Angela Bassett. That's one of the finest women you want to see, and she's well into her 60s. I mean, but 60 is young, so I don't take a huge issue with 60. That age, what brings into mind is like, her career, where she work at. You're nearing the age of retirement. So now you got to look at, are you going to get, say if you move, do you get those the benefits from your job, the pension, medical, health, dental, all the benefits of your job. You may not be able to transfer that over to a brand new job and starting over, at a new job, new company. No matter if you're starting a management position, you're still the new face in town. So, but not 60. Them are the concerns, like retirement and things associated with the job that would lead me to believe, okay, now that's something that you really have to address. As far as the age alone, no, that's a very, very healthy young age at 60, and I believe that she can do the things that a person, in their 30s and the 40s can do. So no, that's not an issue. The traveling back and forth, that can be, the issue when it comes to, like, say, finances or just being able to see the other person. But just being, 60 years old, that doesn't shouldn't get in the way of her movements, outside of the job. And maybe I know she seemed like a very intelligent person. She wrote, a very clear and concise letter. So maybe she has explored, you know, moving. I mean, the job transferring from the company that she worked for and maybe to a parent company or sister company that they may have in Ohio. And maybe she explored that, and that option is not there, so she can't keep whatever seniority or years that she's put in. So that's the biggest thing as far as just her age. Now there's other parts. Particularly, she has kids that's out of New Jersey. I suspect that she's 60, so her children are, more likely adults and possibly have children or about to have children, and she don't want to be away from her family. Um, that's that really impacts the relationship, because to me, in a good relationship, you should be happy. If the person that you're with in a relationship is not happy, then that's you're not doing your job. As a husband, if your wife is not happy, you're not doing your job. As a wife, if your husband's not happy, you're not doing your job. I want my woman, my wife, to be happy. So if that means moving where her kids are at or something, making a compromise, I'm willing to do that. So,
Yeah,
and the guy, he's taking care of an elderly aunt and uncle, and I suspect that they're well into their 70s or even 80s, older, right? So
probably.
they may not be able to move from Ohio to New Jersey as
Right.
easy as she can move from New Jersey to Ohio. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces in this one right here.
Yeah, I kind of see things a little different from you, and I think it's because too. Um, I don't know. I don't know, but where I see it different is her age is a big issue. Even though it's young in age, and we want to expect to at least get to 80, 90 years old. 60 is that's considered young. But when you really look at the body and the mindset at 60, I know where I'm at 50. And when you look at considering traveling back and forth, traveling is big. That's not like an easy thing. Like the airport, I was just talking about this. That is, I hate like it's a whole job doing that stuff. Like you get to one place and then you got to prepare yourself to go through this whole experience to get back home. It's just like I don't see. I was just talk. I don't know who I was talking to, but I was like, I don't see how people do that for a living. Got to be at all these different business meetings and just travel weekly. That's a lot. And then when you're talking about 60 years old, bones start aching and stuff. Like, who's going to be wanting to go up and down stairs, in and out of airplanes every few weeks or every few months to be in a relationship with someone? Here's another concern of mine as well. The adult kids that she would be leaving behind is not too much of a concern for me because I think everyone deserves to be happy in their life, no matter if you got kids or not. A lot of times we sacrifice our love life for our younger children to not bring a lot of people in their life to make sure that they have a comfortable upbringing. But I feel when your kids is adults, it's time for you to do whatever it is you want to do. You have done your job. So if that means moving a 10 by 2, you should be able to do that and FaceTime them and the grandkids and say, hi, how y'all doing, if that's what you want to do. But my thing with 60 is, and being in management, she's not in management. She's talking about she don't know if she'll be able to find another job. So that means they don't have a sister company. You finna leave everything, your benefits and all of that for a person that's on the other side of the country that has his own business. I think it would be more better for him to move and try to see if he can pay someone to watch auntie and uncle, and him move there and keep her where she is because she has a 9 to 5 that she can't shouldn't leave. I don't think she should leave. That's just my decision. I think she's too old to be trying to start over. That was my point too. Moving to another state, trying to find another job at 60 is a whole nother experience. A lot of people is not hiring people at 60. They're not supposed to tell you that, but they can look at you and tell if you're too old and you only gonna give them a couple of more years and they need a person in that position that's gonna give them at least 10 to 15 more years. So I think her age is a huge issue with this situation.
Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna disagree on that one, because I think that yeah, she can start all over right now because of one thing. The one thing that she said in her letter that's worth starting all over. That four-letter word. She said they love each other, right? And that's so hard to find. They seem like two very mature, responsible people, and they love each other, right? They both been through a divorce. They found each other,
And
and they
that is
love each other.
hard. Yeah,
And to love someone and to be with that person, you want to be with that person every day,
yeah,
and for her to start over with new love, I think that she should, and then I think that she should consider maybe doing something that she's always wanted to do,
yeah,
when it comes to working. Because me, the biggest issue, like I've told you, is the benefits. Being able to take her benefits with her and working for a company for so long, and now having to start over. Maybe consider something that she's passionate about, that she
Yeah.
always wanted to do, and and explore that, because now you coming into new love, you're coming into new life. You may not be able to take this job with you. I don't know how the finances look, but they seem like two very responsible people.
Yeah.
And she can, her kids, they're adults. She didn't mention any grandkids, though I do think that grandkids may be there, but they can always come to New Jersey, or she can come back to Ohio. It would be
Yeah.
harder for him just based on the two elderly, the aunt and uncle. Yeah, he can definitely get someone to take care of him or put him in a nursing home, but I don't know those circumstances. Obviously, he has decided that that's not an option. I want to take care of my elderly aunt and my elderly uncle. So he's choosing to stay there and take care of those two. And it would be harder for those two to move, as well, because we've estimated that they have to be near 80 or well into their 80s, right? So,
Yeah.
and then it's business. So he has a business that's in Ohio, and so it may not be as easy for him just to up and leave the business. And I would tell her to go to Ohio. You love this man. This man love you. Go to Ohio. Um, start a new life. You got a new life, new mindset. Look at some of the passions, some of the things that you care about deeply, and involve yourself in that. And maybe just switch careers. This may be a opportunity for hard decision to make, to be able to go to another place, and in her life, pivot in her life and do something that she wants to do, a passion of hers, or she can get another job. But I do believe that she should make that move and move to Ohio to be with the love of her life. You don't find that often.
Wow. Well, there you have it, America. And outside of America, and hard decision to make. Adrian has given his opinion. He think you should pack up,
In
uh,
my humble
kiss the kids,
opinion.
uh, give 2 week notice, tell old boy your U-Haul is coming. You finna make some wigs or sell some t-shirts that you always wanted to do. And you coming home, baby. That is Adrian's
Yeah,
advice.
it's all about to me. It's all about happiness. No
Yeah,
amount of money or material things or friends. I mean, that love and being happy and waking up, just that joy, and going to sleep, with that joy. It's nothing. It's priceless. It's
right.
priceless to have that. So don't let it get away from you. Don't let it get away from you because of say a job, or something like that.
Yeah,
And like she says, just a job. It's not necessarily this career that she's been at for some time. It's a job that she's been at for a while. And check out your benefits, see if you can transfer your benefits. If not, the benefit of being in love will do your heart better than any life and medical insurance.
okay, Adrian, you got me feeling all mushy and stuff.
Hey man,
You
I'm a helpless romantic. I guess I just know the power of love. True love kiss. True love kiss. Yeah, I believe in things like that.
okay, listen, you got me ready to change my advice. I'm sold on.
Yeah. See, you just hung up. You hung up on being 60, right? Whoo, now you're gonna get a lot of feedback on that, because you got some 60-year-olds out here, that's doing it. They doing it. They getting up, running 5 miles a day. That they're working. They're taking care of grandkids. That they're living life, man. 60 is
Yeah,
young.
they are.
I still see myself playing basketball at 60, and doing all the those things.
Yeah, they are. But when you're talking about 60 in the
Yeah.
workforce, and then also, 60 with back and forth, traveling back and forth at 60. I had to respond to that part because I just had a conversation about this traveling thing. It's an experience. I don't know if people really look at it like I do. Like, I cannot stand it. I hate going to the airport, and that ain't even the point of the flight. I love when I get on the plane after going through all of that mess you got to go through. So just that
Yeah.
experience
Right.
alone, lifting luggage off the thing, pushing the luggage, all of that, I know what my body go through right now. And
Yeah.
I walk 2 miles a day. So, 10 years from now, talking about doing that stuff, and it's a
Yeah.
woman. You a man like me and y'all lifting, and she a woman at 60. Like, yeah, that's a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot, Adrian. Like back and forth. So I don't think that they should. Well, do what you want to do, but my opinion, I couldn't have no relationship at 60, long distance like that. I don't even think I could have. I probably could deal with it at 50 because I'm still kind of in that prime thing. But 60, I would no. I think, and me on the other end, I disagree with Adrian. I think that he should pack up and move to you because he have his own job. So he probably can run his job remotely or hire somebody to be operation manager over it, and he just report to that person and look at all the reports. I think it'll be more easier for him to move than her. That lady gonna lose all her dang benefits, 401k, everything that she done worked all these
Yeah.
years for. And so I think if he can make that move, his benefits not gonna change. He owned the company. He's still gonna have all his shares and everything that he have. So his finances is really not gonna change. You just probably gotta hire somebody to be that manager and then fly back every now and then to manage and have your living at home with her. On the other hand, if it's more comfortable to live with him by him owning his own place, he probably got a bigger house and all of that already established, then it might be beneficial for her to move out there. But that's a scary situation to just pack up and move um, at 60 for me. That's very scary. I understand love and all of that. I
Yeah.
I get it. Once you find it, especially at that age, if you find it, you should hold on tight to it. But don't be no dang on fool. That's all I
Remind me of that. Remind me of that Run DMC song. It's like that.
and that's the
So
way
when
it
was the
is.
last time love bought your clothes, huh?
I mean, you gotta these days, Adrian, you gotta be careful. You really
You
do.
do. You do. You
I'm
do.
in the
You
true
absolutely
prime.
do.
People be it's all
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
I just heard a horrible story of um a woman, a older woman that fell for a man, and she had worked her whole life for everything that she had and brought this person into her life, and he wasn't right. So yes, and it bankrupted her. It really
Yeah, you
bankrupted her
dang
in
on
so many
right.
ways.
Yes.
So you have to be careful. You do have
Women.
to be careful. Yeah, you have to be careful.
All right, let's move it along. I want to get into this segment. We got about 12 minutes left and we're going to get out of here, but I want to talk about this. So did you get a little chance to look at the Tyree Nichols case, how they beat that boy?
Yes. So I this morning I checked out a few videos. I read a few articles, but I'm also familiar with this case. Just it was in the news when it initially happened, and so I remember when it first happened and just being disgusted by the black or African American officers who brutally beat this young man down and beat him, took his life. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, it was horrible. It's just super sad to to see and hear.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm trying to move this thing around. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. All right. I wanted to look at something with this just briefly, really quick. This was the first video of them pulling this kid. Well, he was a grown man, but he was a young man out of the
Yeah.
car. It's graphic. I want to tell everybody that if you don't, I mean, it's a lot of cuss words in it. So, but we're gonna get into it a little bit. This was the one of the first videos of them pulling him out of the car, approaching his car. Um, I think this is it. Let's see if I can get to the part where they out the car with him. Okay.
Get the fuck out the fucking car. Damn, I didn't do anything. Hey, I didn't turn your ass around. All right. You don't do that, okay? Get on the fucking ground. Get on the ground. Okay. Change your ass. All right, I'm on the ground. Lay down. Chest up. Please turn on the ground. I think you tase you. Get on the ground. One. Now, I'm tasing. All right, okay. Turn your bitch ass right. Break your shit. Okay, dude, damn. Turn the fuck around. Put your fucking hands on your back. Bitch, put your hands on your back for a break. Okay, stop. I'm gonna knock your ass the fuck out. You guys are really doing a lot right now. Bro, lay down. I'm just trying to go home. Lay down. Man, if you don't lay down. I am on the ground. Put your hands on your stomach. I got you. Okay. Get the fuck back. Stop. I'm not doing it.
All right. So let me stop it right there. So at this point, they have pulled this young man over for no reason. After the investigation was done, it showed that the camera showed that they shouldn't even pulled him over. He didn't do anything. He tried to take him on and everything. They pulled him over, and as you can see, as police officers, they're trying to de-escalate situation. They was already at 10 once they got that boy out the car. You would have thought he was an armed robber or something. So that was another thing. They didn't have a report where they was looking for anybody. They just something happened. Something happened. And something happened. And the next I wanted to show, oh my goodness. I wanted to show this.
Well,
one.
before you get into that to the next one, because this is from what I read, right? So there was a call. So the cops received the call of someone. It was reckless driving and endangering pedestrians, right? So that was the initial call that someone was driving recklessly and putting pedestrians in danger, and that was the initial reason why they stopped this car from the reports that I read and from the video.
They tried to say it was a call that said someone was driving crazy, but when you when they looked at the video from where this young man car came from, clearly it wasn't his car. So I mean, who car was driving crazy? Because from the cameras that caught his car before they even made contact with him, he was law-abiding citizen. And even when they made contact with him, he was a law-abiding citizen. So I think they initially tried to say they had got a call saying somebody was driving crazy. But later on, so as you can see, this kid broke loose because he feared for his life. The cops is coming and he don't know what the heck is going on. He said, I'm just trying to get home. They talking about lay down. He already laying down. They like lay on your stomach. How you gonna lay on the stomach and one arm is flipped up like this and this one is back high? What is he supposed to do? So they just escalating it. They chase him. He trying to get to his mama house, his house. Three 3 houses before he made it to his mama house. They called him, beat this boy worse than Rodney King got beat. They had this boy handcuffed. They taking turns socking them, kicking them. The ambulance come. They don't treat them. Them people that got fired too. The ambulance people.
As they should.
They're trying. One of them is trying to say the police officers there wouldn't let him treat him. He tried to treat him, but they wouldn't let him treat him. But this whole time after they beat him, here's where it get kind of funky at. One of the cops there took a picture of him with his cell phone, beat up, and sent it to 3 different people. Sent it. 2 of them worked at the jail. They weren't police officers, but they supposedly worked at the jail. And another one was a civilian somewhere. So allegedly, this young man worked with that officer's baby mama at FedEx. This is alleged.
Wow.
Yeah. So and when you look at this story though, Adrian, what made them beat that man like that? What made them even come at him like that? Like something it had to be something else. You can't sit up and tell me an erratic person was driving, they got a call, and then they see this man with his blinkers on, and they think that that's him. And they just all of a sudden just jump this man like that. Something had to happen. And why is this man taking pictures of this man? Sending it out.
Well, it's it's upsetting. It angers me because I know how the authorities, particularly the police, they take on this the attitude and mannerisms of the streets. So they become criminalized in a lot of ways. Because they begin to, after, being a police officer, I've seen officers come in into the prison system, and, they come in with this enthusiasm that they're going to change the system, that they're going to be impactful. And 6 months, a year down the line, they're talking like, most convicts, they begin to take on the mannerisms and the attitudes of the people that they're tasked with, to rehabilitate, and in most cases just to keep confined. Right. And that's the type of attitude that permeate the police force. They begin to have these gang-like attitudes and mannerisms and vernacular, and it's emblematic in their actions and their behavior. Right. So now they're a gang. They feel that they have to be tough as the criminal, so they become the criminal in a sense. In their mannerism. That was very unprofessional. He called the guy a bitch at one time, and just so unprofessional to be able to take someone's picture and send it to a civilian or other officers. Just so unprofessional that they're unable to do their job. And it's the callousness that comes along with that, because now you have to be just as tough as the criminal, just as tough and bad as the people that you're tasked with to protect, really,
here to protect
and that's what I saw. When I saw them pick up the guy and one of the officers, punch him in the face with full force. Who can do that to another person? This is a citizen. This is a person that you're tasked with to protect and serve. And to hit that person in the face, without no compunction. This has been going on for a while. Mm-hmm. This time the cameras caught them.
Yeah,
and that's what I see. I see that they've taken on the attitude of the criminal, and the behaviors and the thinking and everything that comes behind with that.
Yeah, the community said that this Scorpion clique has been terrorizing that community for a long time, and the main people in the community is Black folks. They've been terrorizing
Yeah.
their own people for the longest. For the longest. After they beat this boy to a pole, half dead, he went to the hospital. They go to his mama house, 3 houses down. Tell his mama that he was drunk driving and they have locked him up. He's in the hospital, but he's in custody. She's like, well, what is he in the hospital for? Well, he was drunk driving. He was drunk, ma'am. So she like, my son don't even drink like that. He's not even a drinker like that to be driving drunk. Can I go see him? No, you can't
Yeah.
go see him in the hospital. The doctor calls her a couple of hours later the next day and asks her, why is she not there? Her son needs her. This boy is dying. They done told this lady that she could not go to the hospital to see her son. When she got there, she seen that they had beat
Wow.
her son down. And he was almost dead at that time. So that I think the ball was dropped all the way around. And yeah, it was a camera that was on one of the light poles that was put up in this community to catch criminals, to catch criminal activity that they obviously forgot about or didn't know about. But that's what blew this whole thing out of proportion. They had turned their cameras off, everything, while they beat that boy like that. And then somebody else camera caught them talking about the cover up, lying about it, lying, saying that he did this and he took off on one of them and this happened. They just started making up all kind of stuff when the other cops got there. So fast forward now, one of those cops that got arrested, I did a little research on him because I was intrigued by the attorney when he first got arrested. He got a high paid attorney. His family is police officers, his daddy, his family business. And his family is good police officers, reputable police officers. So he has done his family a bad name. He's put a bad stain on his family. And he was the one officer, I don't know if he was holding him or if he actually hit him in some kind of way, but he didn't have much to do. He didn't have much to do with the altercation. He didn't have a lot to do with the altercation. And he was one that looked it to me like he was more sorrier than this happened than the other ones did. And so he's the one, they went to federal court. They pleaded not guilty in state court. They went to federal court, and he's the one that pleaded guilty. And word is,
okay, I think you're talking about
Desmond
the one
Mills.
Miles.
Desmond Mills.
I think Mills or Miles, yeah.
Mills.
Yeah, so he's already taken a plea deal, right? Basically, he's the first one to come forward and look like he's going to testify against the other ones. So that's how that go. It's like, we used to have a saying about that. The first one to get off or something, right?
I take 10 when you tell on the
one to get the best deal.
Yeah. Well, I take 10.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember that saying too.
Yeah, so
tell on 3, you go free.
This gonna get interesting, right? Because he didn't already took his deal and he did it smart. I let you know he had a paid attorney because I learned something about this looking into another case. So he pled not guilty in state court. So they basically putting it off to take it to trial. But he pled guilty in federal court because where you are found guilty at first is where you're going to do your time at first. Right?
Yeah.
And so by him pleading guilty in federal court, because this attorney then told him, you're on camera. You guys are on camera. First one take a deal is
Yeah.
going to be the first one to get the sweetest deal. So he pled guilty in federal court. He's going to testify allegedly against his co-conspirators. And I think what he's hoping for is when it comes time for state court now, he's going to plead guilty in state court. He's going to change his plea and plead guilty in state court and throw himself on the mercy of the court and hope and pray that the state court judge runs that sentence concurrent with the federal court. You're on mute. You're on mute, Adrian. You went on mute. Let me see if I can unmute you. Hold on. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Can you hear me? There you go.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, so he pled guilty in federal court, and I'm pretty sure he's going to change his plea in state court now that he's pled guilty in federal court, because wherever you get found guilty at first is where you're going to do your time at first. But he's hoping that if he throw himself on the mercy of the court in state court, I'm allegedly, this is my mindset, they're going to give him a lighter sentence for getting on the stand on his co-conspirators. But he's hoping that the judge in state court run his sentence concurrent with the federal court sentence. So that means he'll do all of his time in federal court. In federal prison. It makes sense?
And he may be able to pull that off because this is a major case involving police officers. He will be helping in assistance of the possible conviction of the other 4 officers by testifying against them. So, as far as plea deals and all that, he's in a prime position. He's in a very, good position as far as that goes to receive a lighter sentence where he's not doing, over maybe a couple of years in prison. So, he's in a driver's seat right now. And I do believe that the state and federal courts will do, the best that they can do to secure a conviction for the other 4 officers. So they will definitely work with Miles or Mills, giving him the best plea deal that they could possibly give him for his testimony.
That's what I think. I think his attorney is very smart, and I knew that from the beginning because he is a high-paid attorney. His family got together and put. He was one of the. I think one of the first people that bailed out. He come from a really good background lineage of police officer family members, so he got a really good background of family. But I kind of think that his attorney. I am really excited about this trial if it goes to trial, and I believe it's going to go to trial because I don't think they're going to offer everybody a deal, although they might. But I think his attorney did a good job with representing him and getting him to take this plea in federal court, because by him, just like you saying, by him giving his testimony to help convict and get to the bottom of what really happened, because something really happened. I don't care what nobody say. Something happened to trigger them people to be on that dude like that. And it wasn't no erratic driving. They wanted to beat that boy up. Somebody wanted to beat that boy up for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I think it's going to come out and he's going to tell it. He has a story to tell in order for them to have him to testify against them, because we saw it on video. What else is it? It's got to be something else.
Wow. I didn't think about that this is premeditated. This is what you're kind of describing now, that this is possibly premeditated and they were targeting Tyree Nichols.
Yes.
I did not. Yeah, I did not kind of like look at that angle, but yeah, that would bring in so many different charges, because if you targeted this guy, I can see, it's a random pullover, and they commit this horrific crime. But if this is something that, you premeditated and have forethought, yeah, this is first degree murder. This is a
Yeah.
capital case at that point. They're
Yeah.
actually looking at the death penalty, I would say.
They
You know?
should be. Well, I don't believe in the death penalty, but whatever that state law is, that's the law. I got to go with the justice system because that's all we have to go by. We don't have anything else. I don't have any other system to go by. But here's the thing with my thing about it is that I knew it was not just a traffic stop. I researched it. It couldn't have been because it couldn't have been just a traffic stop. And here's what showed me right now. This is why the light bulb went off in your head, Adrian. They want this guy to testify against the other ones. We seen the video. We got the video. He knows something else. What else do he know? It's something else that he know on them that he want other than they beat the mess out of this dude. We got that. We see it.
Yeah.
What do they need his testimony for? We heard him on video conspiring to cover it up. That's on some of the tapes when they was lying to their superiors. So I mean, all of this is on audio and video. What do they need him to testify to? It's got to be some kind of connection. He knows something, and he knows that boy was targeted, and he about to tell it. He about to tell it because they just don't need him to testify on who hit him, who that person was. What we see it, we seeing it. We heard them conspiring to cover it up. So what else do he need to tell us about this? He gonna tell us why they got that boy. I believe that's just my opinion, and I'm happy that
it's just sad. It's sad, it's not much that I was looking up Tyree Nichols to try to learn a little bit more about him because the video it doesn't, of course it doesn't do Tyree Nichols justice. He was 29 years old. He was actually from Sacramento, California, and his family had just recently moved to Memphis.
Yeah.
They had just moved there.
D.L. Hughley. His dad worked for D.L. Hughley when they was in California.
Yeah. And they say he was, very, they called him slim, I believe. He was super skinny. He was well over 6 feet. And he suffered from Crohn's disease or something to that effect. Yeah, that may have impacted his weight. But just a young man with a whole lot of life to live. Only 29 years old, and his life cut short.
Free spirit person, a skateboarder.
I can barely understand you breaking up.
And then one of the worst parts too. This boy was on video crying for his mother. This grown man, just like George Floyd, grown man crying for his mother. That was the saddest thing as a parent. Like this baby was crying for his mama. How he almost made it home, and these idiots. I don't have no like. I know they set that boy up, and it's gonna come out, and I can't wait till it come out. And it's okay for Desmond Mills to get a lighter sentence, but at least he still need to go to jail, and he's never gonna be a police officer anymore. He done disgraced his family name, so that's a lot for him. But whoever set this stuff up need to be in jail with life because it is premeditated. They targeted that boy, and it's a reason why that officer took his picture and sent it to outside people. Why would he do that? Was it to confirm we got him? This him? Or is this him? This is to confirm that we done beat him down for you. That's what it is. That's how I took it. Why Why is you taking this boy picture of the yard and beat him to a pole? That was like some mafia stuff where they take a picture of somebody that they then killed, and they got to show it to the people that they did this. So yeah, so the trial is going to be interesting. I'm going to be waiting. I cannot wait to go through this trial because I'm a
Yeah.
mother of young black men. And yeah, I can't wait. I want justice for his mother. I want justice for his family. He's already with the Lord, so he don't need justice. We need justice for his mother. We need justice for his family. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, and it doesn't matter if they black cops or white cops or whatever kind of cops. They beat that boy to a pole and shouldn't have. And so we need
Well,
justice.
it's it's something to say to the black police officers. We see these cases with George Floyd, with Gardner case. I mean, and a lot of people forget about that. And Emilio Castillo. I mean, it's just so many, right?
The list
Michael
goes on.
Brown, Michael Brown. I mean, and um, so now it's particularly in the Michael Brown case, and I believe that was in St. Louis, Missouri, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it was this young man, and one thing he called for was more black police officers, right? And I agree with that because I saw that black police officers, they would bring in another dynamic within the police force.
Right.
And because I believe that a lot of white people don't know how to necessarily interact with African Americans, right, or
Right.
blacks. And so bringing in a different culture and just kind of broaden their perspective or the police force. And so I've always called for more black young men to go into policing, and to see that this happened where four black police officers beat a young black man to death, and this is one of the things that we've called for, more black police officers. So to me, it's a greater injustice to the black community to see black officers beat a young black man to death on camera.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I heard every word you said. I definitely, it did something to my soul to see black police officers do that to that young black man like that. And but
Yeah.
it honestly, it didn't shock me because growing up from where we grew up, black police officers, they wasn't no different from the white ones. They did scandalous stuff to y'all in the neighborhood. And I say
Yeah.
y'all as young black men that we've all witnessed them do scandalous stuff. A lot of times, a lot of the drug war, I mean the gang wars was behind the police officers dropping people off in the wrong neighborhood and doing stuff on purpose. So, it didn't kind of shock me, but at this day and time, I think that I'm happy they got caught. I'm happy they got caught
Yeah.
because I bet you it's more victims. They have more victims, and it's just no proof probably out there. But this wasn't the first time they done somebody like this. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But we're going to stay tuned with it, and we're going to keep everybody posted with it. I'm going to keep everybody posted because I'm going to follow the trial. Um, and we're going to stay tuned with it. It's going to get interesting. We're going to see if this was premeditated or not on this young man. But we're going to get
Yeah.
out of here. Also, Adrian, it's an hour and 20 minutes we've been going on. Hey, okay. Spend a little time with your girl. A little overtime.
Tonight, I got it. I got my evenings off, so usually I'm at home, just trying to research or learn something. or doing some work on a laptop, or I might be watching a movie or something, just chilling. So, hey, I'm here. I'm glad to be a part of it, and
I'm
you can count
happy.
me in.
I'm happy to have you, Adrian. We vibe good together. We always have. So, until next week, I will see you later. We're probably gonna do some fun stuff next week with these Hootie Who's letter. Focus more on that instead and get out of the crime wave for about a week and just do some fun stuff. I got some fun stuff that I want to do with you. We're gonna have some fun on the next show, okay?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm down for it. I'm here.
All
I
right.
love being a part of the platform.
Yeah, so we gonna I'm getting this game together that I want to play with you. I think it's kind of like who knows who best, sort of like that. You know a lot about me, I know a lot about you, but you know my mindset, I know your mindset, so it's going to be interesting to see if you come up with the same answers as I do about certain topics.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. You got you got your A personality, so that's that that alpha, So
You
yeah,
always
I'm well aware of it. Yeah.
I gotta admit. Okay, Adrian. Okay, putting me on the spot. It's gonna be so fun. All right, so you enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good weekend. Remember, you guys, we're gonna start going on Wednesday, so we will see you next Wednesday, same place, same time. All right, Adrian.
Yeah. I'll be here.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, until next time, everybody.